Roll Tide.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992, winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist for the Heisman Trophy, voted the SEC Player of the Year, and was drafted by the Green Bay Packers, also seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers. He is the winningest quarterback in Alabama history, 35-2-1, member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise to his own radio network and show. Joining him is Lars Anderson, New York Times best-selling author, 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated, and professor at the University of Alabama. Live from the AVX studios in Birmingham, Alabama, The Jay Barker Show.
That these guys will have a chance to, be successful individually and collectively as a team. But as I say every year, I think that, we're talking about, people that are young and still developing, and to be able to encourage them to focus on their growth and development, personally, academically, and athletically, is the hope that we have that they will grow into mighty successful people, in the future. It's the focus has to be on development because we want guys to look at going to college as a destination where they're going to get an education, develop a career off the field, prepare themselves for the day they can't play football. Not just a direction to, and also develop a career as a football player, but not just a direction to go on and play at the next level, because I think there's a lot of value in how people develop a chance to be successful in life by what they do in college. We were able to satisfy a lot of needs, in this class. Speed on offense. We're always excited to get a quality quarterback, and we think Ty Simpson is certainly, someone who we recruited a long time, know a lot about, has made it the right stuff, and certainly has a lot of talent and ability. We got a lot of speed at the skill positions on offense, running back and wide receiver. We got a couple really good offensive line prospects, some good tight end prospects, a lot of solid players on defense. Couple guys up front, couple linebackers, couple rushers, some people in the secondary. Overall, I think, we're never totally satisfied with who we're able to attract, but we're very, very pleased with the guys that we're able to attract in this class at this point.
All right, welcome in. It is the Friday edition. Man, this week has flown by, and I don't know about y'all. I am so far behind on Christmas. It is unbelievable. So I got a lot of work to do this weekend.
Thanks for bringing that up.
I know. Traveling over to Athens, I think, for a game on Sunday, and may stay till Tuesday. They got a game at noon. So a lot of traveling over the next few weeks, as it's been for a number of months as well. Hey, real quick, we are presented by Topgolf of Birmingham. Look at the kids already surrounding Lars. Getting back there. They're already ready to go. Topgolf of Birmingham. Go check it out. Hey, actually a great Christmas gift for your family to go out and go get a gift card for your dad or your mom or family and go spend time together at Topgolf of Birmingham. Mark Grenier, all the great folks there at Topgolf. Also, a lot of you may be going out to the game tomorrow. I know you're going to try to go out to that tip-off at 4 o'clock for the 2021 Hall of Fame Basketball Classic between West Virginia and UAB. So you can go by there and check out Topgolf as well before or after that game. Also driven by Sonny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. Go see Tony Russell and all the great folks at Sonny King Ford. All right, we got more recruiting news and notes to dive into and get into today, as you heard Coach Saban talking about 2022 class for the Crimson Tide. But let's go to Lars, who is checking in with us from home again today. He got some sick kids, so he's keeping everybody safe and getting them well. And Lars, how's it been there? How's the house been? Has it been an early morning, or you look like
No, there's no such thing as sleep when when you have 3 kids under the age of 6. But hey, the house hasn't burned down yet. It already looks like a tornado has gone through here, and we still got another. What's the countdown now? 56 hours to go. Not that I'm. Not having a wonderful time with my children
behind you, counting down.
But I was struck by a few things just in those comments by Nick Saban, and mostly it's just how he has adapted to the changing landscape of recruiting. There's more in-season recruiting because of the early signing period. And even when the signing period was officially just in February, every day Nick Saban and his staff spent at least about an hour or so. And this is back when I was writing the Storm and the Tide. They spent at least an hour every single day recruiting. And, they have that recruiting war room where they sort of list their targets and what issues they may have, or what strengths, weaknesses, and all that stuff. But it's just amazing to me that at age 70, his ability to evolve. And, right now the class stands at like number 2, right behind Texas A&M, I think, according to 24/7 Sports. And his ability to still relate to 17-year-olds, 16, 17, 18-year-olds at age 70, it's just remarkable. And it's hard to even put into words. And Jay, you've put it pretty well. It's like we're flying so close to the sun here that we're blinded by it, by what Coach Saban's been able to do. And I don't even know if we all fully appreciate it. And here we have up on BamaInsider Live that, A&M is number 1, Alabama 2, Georgia 3, Ohio State 4, Texas 5. But maybe starting with you, Matt, could you just comment on, again, just Coach Saban's ability to recruit? I mean, and yes, this is a developmental program as much as a program that brings in talent. But I would say if there's one hallmark characteristic of Coach Saban and what he's been able to do, it's got to be recruiting.
Absolutely. And I don't often like to throw comparisons back and forth between Saban and Bryant, but when Saban enters a room, E.F. Hutton, and to a 17, 18? You remember? Am I showing my age? You remember those EF commercials?
I did, yeah. I just tried to act like I didn't know.
You know what? Just a real quick timeout here. Lars, I'm coming to the studio today, and I'm coming around the corner, all right? I see the doors open, so Jay's already here, and I'm walking in with my laptop under my arm and just come strolling through the door and hear this, boo! He was standing behind the studio door. It scared the poop out of me. If you think humor,
he lifted off the ground.
if you think pranks are lost on Jay Barker, everyone listening and watching, you are wrong. When Saban walks into a recruit's house, home, whether he's having them in their office or they're having a group meeting, people listen. Kids listen. And the big deal, my opinion, is that they see Nick Saban, then they see the NFL. And there are records to back that up. Nobody has done better at sending players to the NFL than Nick Saban, I think, ever. Mm-hmm. So that's an incredible recruiting tool. And my top shelf answer is he's Nick Saban.
Yeah, and I think, too, he takes time, Lars, and you know this, and Matt knows this. I've been on the golf course with him at tournaments, and he pulls aside, takes out the cell phone, whether it's a recruit calling or whether it's a mom or dad or whoever's he needs to talk to. He'll sit there and talk to them for a good period of time. He doesn't want to text. He doesn't want to do social media. He doesn't want to email. He wants to get on the phone and talk directly to the player or to the family. And I think that's the art of that is somewhat lost with maybe some of the younger generation coaches. And even for some of the players to, really acknowledge that or see that happening, for a lot of them, they, haven't had conversations like that with adults or teachers or people that, and maybe they have at times, but he does a really good job communicating. I guess just put it that way. I think that helps in the recruiting. I think too, as Matt said, it's about results. Once you get there, what you're able to be, you become not just a great player, but he works on you as a person, works on you as a father and a husband, and all the things that you're going to need in life to be successful. And I think the players see that. He also is an advocate. He's very much a player's coach. He's more of a player's coach, and he's harder on the coaches than a lot of times he is on the players. And that's why you probably see the influx of a ton of coaches over the last. I mean, he's tough to work for because he just demands a lot and a lot of time and a lot of success from his coaches, and that's why he's been so successful. We talked about Max Johnson and one of the transfers. Well, we got word yesterday or this morning, actually, he announced that he is planning to transfer to Texas A&M. So the son of Brad Johnson is going there. Johnson's younger brother, top tight end prospect in the 2022 class, Jake Johnson, signed with the Aggies earlier this week. So a lot of people felt like that was going to be a package deal. But I guess Calzada kind of knew, Matt, as to why he was going to be leaving, not only because of the top number one ranked pocket passer in the country that signed Connor Weigman, but also because Max Johnson's going to be heading there as well. A lot of competition at the quarterback position.
We still don't know where Bo's going.
No.
Harsin,
are you sure about that?
Do not contact.
Hey, wait a minute. I didn't Bo make his decision yesterday? Hold on.
Yeah. All right.
I don't want to.
I was flunking yesterday.
I've been hearing. Yes. I believe it's going to be Ole Miss. That is where everybody seems to believe that he is leaning. Is Ole Miss. It's not a done deal yet, but I think it all signs point to him going to Ole Miss, and he actually has addressed it. He did it with he's got the NIL with another radio show here in Birmingham. And, he basically said it's a good chance for him to restart somewhere else. And he said that he has, in fact, closed the door on Auburn. And then, that he was asked directly if he's been speaking with Lane Kiffin, and he admitted that he's been texting with Lane, saying that they're in the middle of Sugar Bowl practice and he's busy. But look, all signs point to Matt Corral leaving early. And so I think I really think he's going to end up at Ole Miss. And he also did mention UCF, and he said that he's been talking with Coach Malzahn even before he went to the transfer portal. And he said that UCF is a quarterback away from going undefeated. So I think he's looking at UCF, Ole Miss, but my guess is that it's going to be Ole Miss.
All right, we'll continue, and more news and notes as we see Matt killing a bug.
Spider, Jay, you have creeped this whole studio out.
That's hilarious.
I really did.
You caught that on camera. All right, we'll return live from AVX. Stay with us. Matt, Lars Anderson, Jay Barker's show. And again, on BamaInsider, we'll get to you. And I want to say real quick to Julie, good afternoon to you as well, and happy birthday for your birthday weekend. I see that you put that up, and to all of you that are reacting and your comments.
She's here every
good
day.
Stuff. Happy birthday weekend to you, most definitely. All right, so we'll be back live from AVX. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
This is David R. DeBose. I'm the Market President, Chief Revenue Officer, and Chief Content Officer for Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, wishing you and your family a very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Long live tradition. Long live Saturday nights at the rodeo and Sunday mornings in church. Today's cowboy fight to keep the Western traditions alive. For decades, Wrangler has adapted to provide cowboys the clothes they need to protect their changing lifestyles. From cowboy cut to premium patch to 31 relax, Wrangler is is the true choice for cowboys. So head to Urban's Boots and Western Wear in Northport or on Skyline Boulevard in Tuscaloosa and find something from the Wrangler Cowboy Cut collection today. Long live Cowboys.
The holidays are a perfect time for reaching out to the ones you love. And with a Hallmark holiday card, you can add a little extra warmth and wonder to their lives, no matter where they are. Whether you're connecting with family across the miles, making a neighbor smile, or letting a friend know they're loved, there's a Hallmark holiday card that's just right for everyone on your list. So let them know they're loved all year long with a Hallmark card. Find cards for the ones you care about wherever Hallmark cards are sold or at Hallmark.com. And share more merry.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
God says in Jeremiah 31:3, I have always loved you. This Christmas be reminded, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth on him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Love is what Christmas is about. Let his love in, let his Son in, and have a Merry Christmas from Taco Casa.
Don't miss a play at the Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Your front row seat to all the action. Place bets on all professional and most college sports at the counter, kiosk, or on your phone. Then catch the game on one of our 20 big screens from the comfort of the newly remodeled Timeout Lounge. Plus, the PRR Sports app gives you access to live, in-play sports betting. Sportsbook at Pearl River Resort. Be more than a fan. Be a player. Must be 21.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Temperatures at record levels this afternoon. A mixture of clouds and sunshine. The high at 76. For tonight, becoming cloudy. The chance of a shower after midnight, below 62. Tomorrow, cloudy with occasional showers and possibly a thunderstorm. The high at 71. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 67 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
All right, if you look at some of the other moves in college football, and again, welcome back in to this Friday edition and presented by Top Golf of Birmingham, driven by King Ford. We got Lars back at his house today because of the sick kids, and Matt and I in studio here live at ABX, and we got a lot to dive into as far as recruiting and a lot of moves happening with coaches, but also players. You look at, we talked about earlier as far as Max Johnson chose Texas A&M as his place that he will be now, and ex-Huskers quarterback Martinez transfers to Kansas State. Also, a number of guys are skipping bowls, deciding to head on into, whether it be into the NFL or looking at the transfer portal as a chance to move on to somewhere new. But pretty amazing again how things have changed so much in college football, the landscape, and just the way things are done. this time of year than what it was used to. You were getting ready for a bowl game, getting excited about traveling, going with your team, and and not to say that that's still not the case. I mean, Harrison's having a blast at Shreveport. With UAB, they play tomorrow, coming up at 2:30. They get the basketball game tomorrow down at the Legacy Arena. We told you about yesterday with Andy Kennedy, the Hall of Fame Classic that's going on between West Virginia and UAB. At tip-off is at 4:00. So still a lot happening. But this time it was kind of like, and it was a little bit of a break. You get over your finals, but it was, and Coach Saban's addressed this a little bit, but you really felt rewarded that you were getting a chance to go be a part of a bowl game. And now the focus is so much on the playoffs, and that's just where it's going. And it's going to get more once we get more teams in the playoffs. But we used to love this time of year because either you were playing for the national title, and it was one game normally that was played, one versus two if you could get it. A lot of times it may have been two or three bowls you were watching to see which team won and how the AP and the coaches would end up, or UPI would end up voting as far as who would be number one. And now we have the four teams, the two games down to one. We kind of watched that intently more than even some of the other bowl games. I love watching all of it, to be honest. I want more.
We got one
bowl
right
games
now.
Yeah, it just won't play. It's stuck. But
Middle Tennessee State and Toledo. Yeah, I was listening to that on the radio on the way in. I went, golly, it's the first of 48. That's
crazy. It's crazy. As far as covering bowl games as a reporter, was that something that you reporter, but journalist, because you get long form type of stories for Sports Illustrated and others. Is there one special bowl game or one moment you remember that was?
Oh man. Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, it was always so much fun. One, because covering Alabama in the Sugar Bowl was always a good time down in New Orleans. I mean, Jay, you know all about that. You played in one of those. It just the hospital. Bowls used to have so much money. And Matt, I'm sure you remember this. They would give reporters so much free stuff. It was unreal. And then, I mean, in the stories from the hospitality room where everything was free, right? Everything. I mean, really good food, really good drink, and it would stay open all night. The stories were just pretty legendary. But for me personally, I was standing with Nancy Osborne, Tom Osborne's wife, as the final whistle blew on Osborne's last game, which was an Orange Bowl victory over Tennessee, which was Peyton Manning's last game. Nebraska splits the national championship, covered that, wrote a long piece on Osborne. I forget what year the national championship was between Virginia Tech and Florida State down at the Sugar Bowl, and just that was kind of like Michael Vick's national coming out party. Just I've never seen a college player as dynamic as Michael Vick. And then, of course, covering different Alabama national championships over the years. But Jay, I want to circle back to specifically quarterbacks sitting out bowl games. Because you have Kenny Pickett of Pitt, and he, in his statement on Twitter announcing that he's sitting out the Peach Bowl, he said that he was, quote, forever a Pitt man. And that just struck me as really odd. Like, okay, here you are, the leader of your team. You come back. You win the Unitas Award. You're the ACC Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year. You set all these records, and then you just walk away from your team for the Peach Bowl. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you have Matt Corral, right? He's clearly a dying breed, the quarterback at Ole Miss. He is not leaving his teammates. He's not abandoning them as they prepare for the Sugar Bowl. I mean, maybe it's the difference between the Sugar Bowl and the Peach Bowl. I don't know. It shouldn't really matter in my estimation. But I'm just wondering if it would give – clearly it hasn't in the past. It hasn't given NFL teams pause to draft a kid who sits out the bowl games. But I wonder if it's just different, Jay, for a quarterback to sit out than it is, say, an offensive lineman, just because of the nature of the position and the fact that the quarterback is the natural leader of the team.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you got a lot more adjustments to make based on the style of play, just the reps that quarterback has gotten all year long. And some coaches may welcome it if they think, okay, well, I don't want to take a chance on Matt Corral maybe getting hurt, or if Matt's, Kiffin would say, maybe I can get other guys playing time. And bowl time is a time to get extra work. That was always one of the beauties of it too. You want to go to a bowl game because it's like having another spring training. You could get a lot of young players involved. You can get even some recruits who could come down and participate. Once they get through this semester, they can come be a part of the bowl practices. We've
like
seen that
Ty
happen.
Simpson's doing now.
Yeah. So a lot of things can happen. It's really, really good. But yeah, I mean, if you're missing out on your quarterback, again, a lot of bowl games. Somebody put up here one of the comments. Everybody gets a trophy, and there it is. Mike said, "Yeah, Mike." LOL, everybody gets a trophy, and that's kind of the way it is, I guess. But I love the fact there's 48 or whatever. I mean, and I know that I just like seeing more games, more content, more more competition. And I remember how that felt to go to a bowl game. I don't know if it's still the same. And I'll tell you this too, Lars and Matt. And Matt, you remember this, but that was a chance for us to get to know you guys.
Absolutely.
We went to a lot of events with y'all. They were fun. There were activities, and y'all got to see us in a different light. And got to see our personalities come out in a different way.
I have some of those stories, by the way.
Right.
Breaking curfew, sticking kids in cabs, taking them back to the hotel, getting them up the back stair. I mean, we did that.
Right.
Jay, I miss that about the media. What time? All right, we got 60 seconds. I got one quick Jay Barker story from the Sugar Bowl in '93. It was leading up to it was in '92, and God, who was y'all's SID then? It was after Thornton. Larry?
Yeah.
God, what Larry White. He actually allowed some of the TV stations. We were down there at Jackson Square, and he allowed a few players to do live shots. This is '92. That was a big deal.
Yeah.
To do live shots of Jackson Square. And I reached into the hat, and I pulled the name, Jay Barker. I really didn't. I knew you. I said, will you do this? And you had your family down there. Y'all were doing the French Quarter thing. And do you remember? I don't know if you remember this or not.
Did,
but we were standing there, it's a couple minutes before the live shot. You just shoe shuffle and look around and talk. And out of nowhere, it just started raining like crazy. And of course, we're TV crew. We've got umbrellas.
Right.
And my wife at the time said she wanted to see what we did on the road. So she went with me. And I said, here's what we do on the road. You get to hold this umbrella over me and Jay while it pours. Never asked to go on a trip again, and you did a great shot, live shot.
You always made it easy. All right, great stuff. And that's a great story. She never went again, did she?
No, never.
All right, we'll continue live from AVX, and we appreciate all the comments coming in this morning. Questions as well about recruiting. We'll get into those for you on the other side. Stay with us live from AVX. We'll be back.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot's size and shape along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Carson swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Carson recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan. Letter C, letter O.
Relationship is going to still be held.
I do want to ask you, just so you can tell us about 2 reports. The first one, and you kind of touched on this, but I want to clarify it. There were multiple reports that you and your father went to Brian Harsin with a list of concerns for those to be addressed, and maybe those weren't addressed. Is that accurate? Is that kind of a fair summation of what happened?
No, I think if I would have had something that needed to be addressed, I think Coach would have been able to help me and get those accomplished. All that happened was we just had a conversation and tell him what I was thinking, and then Coach told me what he was thinking, and I'm not going to get into the specifics. That's personal between him and I, but I do think that it was a great conversation to have, and the open line of communication was there for both Coach and I, and it was an important decision, and there's a lot that goes into it, and it was honestly, it was more than just that conversation. The decision was made kind of before that, and it was just talked about during that session.
Hi, welcome back in, and that was with Ryan Brown, the last round, right? Yeah. I always want to call it
next,
the round.
I think.
The next round. That's right. The next.
It's all our buddies from years gone by.
Yeah.
So.
Great interview there by Ryan and the crew. Getting some information from Bo. He's been with them all season long, and talking about the decision he's got to make. And a lot of people right now pointing towards Ole Miss is where Bo Nix will land. And man, I tell you, it's one thing to leave, and it's another thing to go into a Western Division opponent, and also some of the history between Ole Miss and Auburn going back to Tommy Tuberville. So a lot of storylines that will play out if that is the case. But I will say this, Lars, the offense fits him. The offense is, he's kind of that Matt Corral style of player that can run, pass, and, maybe he feels like he's got more weapons to work with and a better system that really fits his strengths.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think any quarterback looking to try to make it to the league would be, would love to work with Lane Kiffin. You just see what his track record is so good. And just based on that interview, like you read sort of between the lines, it sounds like Harsin essentially said, well, Bo, and I mentioned this the other day because this was my own speculation, and this is pure speculation still, but this is what it sounds like. It said, Bo, you're going to have to compete for the starting job. You will not enter spring as the clear-cut starter. And, if that is in fact the case, certainly Harsin did not emphasize to Bo that you're our guy. We're going to ride with you. You are going to be the leader and face of our entire football program here at Auburn. You deserve that. And that did not happen whatsoever. That's pretty clear. And I think if Harsin had shown more sort of love for Bo would have stayed. Do you agree with that, Matt?
Just to start this off with, Lars J, I think that's the way Harsin treated Bo all year. You're really not my guy. That's what I think. But when he put it down like that, you're Bo Nix. How many years does he have? With a COVID year, does he have 2 left?
Yes.
I think, yes.
Yeah. So, by the way, then I would circle the date on your roster in 2023 when Bo Nix goes to Auburn as the Ole Miss quarterback. That, imagine he'll get, because Auburn loved Bo. Even in when he didn't succeed, they still loved Bo. Maybe not so much towards the end of the Georgia State game, but Auburn loved Bo. When he goes back wearing Ole Miss colors, it's probably going to be a little bit of a different story. But whole thing, excuse me, guys, it just kind of circles around in my mind. What are we doing here? Bo Nix, three-year starter, right?
Yeah.
He leaves. And Max Johnson, gone.
Yeah. And I just wonder if I don't know. I wonder if players are using this as leverage too, because a lot of guys have gone in and come back out. So you look at it, they're able to get Tank out.
Yeah.
Are they using it again as leverage, especially with a new coach like Harsin, saying, look, you need to promise me that this is my job. I'm your guy, whatever. Okay, then I'll come back. And that's, I guess, the coach got to go. I hate that for the coaches and the players if that's the case.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just as Lars asked yesterday, how much more power do the players have now than they've ever had in college football? All right, Brian Harsin, you need to work as hard to be a great teammate as you do to be a great player. And he's quoting John Gordon there. Some of the tweets he fired off yesterday. Once a man has made a commitment to a way of life, he puts the greatest strength in the world behind him. It's something we call heart power. Once a man has made this commitment, nothing will stop him short of success. Vince Lombardi. So he fired off some of these commitment and teammate tweets yesterday or the day before, maybe actually the day before. But some of the tweets he's firing off there talking about his team and kind of, I think, pointing at this Bo Nix situation a little bit. And even the other players that went into the transfer portal.
You can't go wrong ever if you quote Lombardi or Bryant. That's Lars, didn't you learn that at Columbia?
Yes, and also learned it reading When Pride Still Mattered, which is one of the greatest biographies ever written by David Mariness on Vince Lombardi. It's obviously, look, this is childish. This is absolutely childish what Harsin is doing. This is the worst way to communicate, and that's passive aggressive behavior. When he is going, he realizes what's happening with Bo Nix, and so he fires off these tweets about commitment, honor, loyalty, whatever you want to call it, and then he knows exactly that Bo Nix is entering the transfer portal. and again, I hate this sort of wishy-washy, indirect way of basically you're hammering a kid. And I don't know, guys. Like Harsin has rubbed me wrong for a while, and I liked the hire at the beginning because it was so un-Auburn-like, and they needed to do something, I thought, that was completely out of the box, and they did. But treating a player like this, again, this passive-aggressive behavior, I find just absolutely disgusting. There's no way to verify that this, of course,
good look. Yeah.
No, it's not a good look. And of course, like you can't verify necessarily. Go ahead.
Yeah, the best thing to say is good luck, not good look. I said the best thing for a coach to say is good luck. Thank you for your time. Thank you for whatever, and just move on.
And don't let the door hit you.
You would be aggressive, not passive.
You're right. And I'll tell you what, nothing in life, there are several things that anger me more than that, but passive aggressive, like who was it that said a minute ago? Childish. What are you doing? Please act like you were saying, Lars, act like an adult.
Yeah. It's not.
Since you scared me coming to the studio, I've had a real mad on for the world.
Yeah, get your adrenaline going. Good stuff. All right, some of the comments coming in earlier, they were talking about, okay, now we get like some of the favorite moments, bowl games. That's great. Some of them talking about 92. Leroy Jordan versus Nebraska in the 60s, had like 30 tackles in a game. 31. Yeah, crazy. Some of the great memories. Yeah, George stealing the ball in 1992. Dallas talking about that one. Major Ogilvie as well. I remember that unbelievable game with Major Ogilvie, and he was my childhood hero. I wore number 42.
Everybody's hero.
I wore number 42 all the way through.
Did you really?
From
when you were a senior at Trustful?
No, I wasn't number 42 then, but
okay, because I thought you were like 17 or
11.
Something like 11.
Yeah, okay. I wore 42 all the way through park ball, all the way up till I guess 9th or 10th grade. Or 9th grade, and then went to 11, and then at that time playing safety, and then went to quarterback my senior year. But that I was a running back all the way through park ball, and so 42. I actually made one that I wore for outdoor when I was playing in my with my neighborhood. It was out of paper mache, so it would have a tearaway jersey.
Oh, did you really? Did you draw the number on like Opie Taylor did and Andy Griffin?
Exactly.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
Major holds a record that I thought would never be broken, only tied. And I guess maybe now it could be broken because of COVID. I'm going to tell you about that on the other side of the break.
There you go. All right, we'll do that. And let me tell you about how you can be fully promoted. One of our great sponsors. They'll help you do it when it comes to branding and marketing your business. You're looking for new ideas. Ways to do that is your organization trying to find unique gifts or ideas that people like to receive and use. They can help you do that. Today's competitive business environment, your brand needs to stand out to get noticed. Fully Promoted offers extensive branding and marketing solutions to get your name in front of your potential customers. Now, they got local experts to help you. They specialize in putting your logo, your brand, your story on apparel, team gear, caps, promotional products, trade show items, and printed materials, and much more. They also provide it with samples you can actually touch and feel. Personalized service to assist you with the product selection and decoration methods that you'll need to take your brand to the next level. Call Fully Promoted today at 205-406-6430. Mention you heard this ad. Jay Barker Show, they're going to give you a special offer. That's 205-406-6430. Are you fully promoted? All right, we'll be back. Stay with us live from AVX.
You're listening to the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, this is Ryan Fowler from Tide 100.9, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2022.
Join Randy Smalley and me, Captain Ray, for the Randy and Ray football forecast, where we pick the games against the spread. It's this Friday at 7 on Tide 100.9. We'll be looking at the bowl games and the national championship matchups. Hope you'll join us. I'm Captain Ray.
Do you think it's okay to drive stoned? The truth is your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Stop kidding yourself. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
Recover Now is a national campaign aimed at the education and awareness of the devastating effects of opioid and heroin abuse and curbing drug and alcohol addiction in the United States. Recover Now is sponsored by treatment facilities nationwide. Many of them have been where you are, and they want to help by spreading a message of hope and recovery. They're working hand in hand with major insurance companies nationwide that can help you or a loved one get clean in 7 to 30 days. Recover Now is embarking on a national outreach campaign on TV and radio to promote anti-addiction messages. So if you, a loved one, or someone you know has a problem with drugs or alcohol, do not wait. A new life for you could be 30 days away. Call us right now. I promise this call can change your life. Sponsored by the Detox and Treatment Helpline.
800-303-4607. 800-303-4607. That's 800-303-4607.
Dell Technologies' end-of-year sale is the perfect time to upgrade tech. Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top-brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
In a collision, easy decision. One name, one firm, one call. Mesrano.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being hit by an 18-wheeler. He got me $875,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after being T-boned on McFarland. He got me $125,000.
I made that one call to Mesrano after my fender bender. He got me $50,000.
One call, one firm. Mesrano. No representation when the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
With the new law, more people qualify for financial assistance at healthcare.gov. Real customers like Taylor.
You know, I wish people knew how easy it was to get health coverage. This new law has made it so affordable. I'm only paying $52 a month, but there are quality plans for even less.
New law, lower prices, more people qualify. Enroll by January 15th at healthcare.gov.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Dash in for JCPenney's Super Saturday Sale. It's the last weekend to shop before Christmas. Make room in your sleigh for thousands of doorbusters. Play it smart and fill your cart with 30% off toys. Get double the denim with buy one, get one free Arizona jeans. And slip Yes Please diamonds into her stocking for $22.99 each. Hurry, wrap up the savings. Joy, comfort, peace. JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 12/17 through 12/19. Doorbusters excluded from coupons. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Temperatures at record levels this afternoon. A mixture of clouds and sunshine. The high at 76. For tonight, becoming cloudy. The chance of a shower after midnight, below 62. Tomorrow, cloudy with occasional showers and possibly a thunderstorm. The high at 71. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 67 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
All right, welcome back in as we wrap up hour number one here on this Friday edition. Again, hard to believe we're just 8 days away from Christmas here on December the 17th, and we've had our early signing period, so some early Christmas gifts for teams and their coaches, for players that ended up being deciding that they were going to not only commit, but go ahead and sign that piece of paper, their letter of intent to all the schools. Kind of fun to watch and see, and you know, look, we talk about the portal, we talk about NIL, everything is just so different now. But man, it gives us a lot to talk about. And
absolutely
sit and watch in the carousel of coaches, the carousel of players. And again, as we talked about this when it first came out about the portal and how this is going to work, this is free agency. I mean, it just is. I mean, it's players being able to communicate with other coaches. I mean, I know of players that, I mean, and not that I know, but I know of them that have been being recruited over the last few weeks where coaches have met with them at a Top Golf, met with them at a restaurant, took them to game. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, and I guess all that stuff is able to be done now based on the recruiting availabilities, and the rules are just so different than they used to be. I mean, you couldn't even think about talking to another player on another team.
Like I was telling you the other day, when Stan White signed with Auburn, Pat Sullivan can be in the picture.
Yeah.
You know, how crazy is that? Okay. Answer to my question going into the break about the record that Major Ogilvie still holds, actually, that may be broken now. He scored a touchdown in every bowl game he played in, 4 consecutive years, 1, 2, 3, 4. He had a touchdown in each. Now I guess that can be broken if you've got the extra year of eligibility due to COVID. Now you'd have to go back to their freshman year and see if they indeed did score a touchdown in each one. I don't know that will happen. But I just always thought that was a really cool record to hold by a really cool guy who is so humble that you'll see him in a social setting and he'll be standing over there with his cola and not saying, and you have to engage him. And he won't talk about football unless you ask him about it. It's not like he walks in the room and goes, "Hey, I'm Major Ogilvie."
Right. What a great name.
And you said he was your hero. He was a hero for kids across Alabama, across the nation, I would think.
I would see him, Lars, at his kids went through Mountain Brook. And then so when Avery was playing and coming through, he would be out there watching 7th or 8th grade games, and even the high school games. But he'd be over by himself and walk over and sit. I just love to come here and watch his kids play. I mean, he just loved the game of football, or loves the game of football, and has been a huge part of that community for a long time. And you're right, as humble of a guy that you'll ever talk to. Did you ever have a chance to meet him or interview Major? Can't do it when you're mute on.
Yep. I don't know when I'm muted and when I'm not. I think it's because when you said, Jay, Christmas was 8 days away, all 3 of my kids heard you throughout the house, and all of them yelled 8.
Wow.
But I want to say hi to Oscar. I want to say hi to Oscar, who's in our feed there on BamaInsider Live. Oscar texted me a clip from Mexico City from our interview that we did, all in Spanish except the clip of me speaking. I didn't really understand it. It's pretty, pretty crazy. But also just, and this has also been noted by several people in our comment section, that Jaleel Skinner, 4-star tight end, has flipped from Alabama to Miami. And that's Mario Cristobal at work there. But Alabama still is one of the best sort of bigger players that could project a tight end in the country in Amari Nablack, who's 6'4", 228, and also a tight end Elijah Brown. So Alabama is going to be fine at that position, but again, always losing a 4-star player stings a little bit.
Yeah, he's a really good player out of IMG? I think that's right. Yeah, out of IMG, tight end, and at 6'5", 6'6", kind of a slender build, but really great athlete and player for them. So a good get for Mario. I mean, Mario is. Yeah, you see, you're watching your own. You see him back there, kind of sliding through. I like it.
Great.
So for Mario to get somebody out of IMG to keep that player, in a sense, in Florida, a lot of players are from other places. They end up playing there, but that's where he's got to win. I mean, he's got to win that recruiting war down in those areas. And he's a great recruiter, been known to be one for a long, long time. And I thought Miami made a huge get by getting Mario there from Oregon, that he would leave Oregon and come there. But
he really wanted to go home. Didn't he?
Wanted to go home.
I think it's a worse job in comparison to where the programs are. Of course, he can rebuild it. But Lars often said, man, why leave Oregon? You got Phil Knight? Well, probably want to get as far away from Portland as you can.
All right, we'll continue. Hour number 2 coming up next. Lars Anderson, Matt Coulter, I'm Jay Barker, Josh Smith, our producer, making it all happen. Thank you for your comments and watching us on BamaInsider each day, noon to 2. We're live there on their Facebook as well as YouTube. We'll be back. Hour number 2 next.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance.
More breaks.
Let's at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size, shape, and gait, determining the best New Balance shoes for you.
We're halfway done.
Experience the difference of custom fit today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham, your feet will thank you.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option, high-intensity focused ultrasound.
You went on an airplane.
People are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function. Are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve for quality of life. Call 866-4-BY-CHURRO or visit bychurrohealth.com.
I'm excited to tell you about our newest sponsor here on the Jay Barker Radio Network. They pioneered the chicken finger box and the chicken finger restaurants. That's Guthrie's. Guthrie's recipes and process are often imitated, but never duplicated. Look, their sauce is probably the most copied sauce of all sauces all time. Now, I've known this family since my days down in Tuscaloosa, and they came over, and man, I tell you, it's nostalgic even today to see my kids going to that same Guthrie's. And great family, do so much for the community, but more importantly, provide the best when it comes to chicken fingers. Get out to Guthrie's today. I want to tell you about my good friends at Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker, and look, Ken Needham has done a terrific job. Local company, 205-980-1505 is their number. That's 980-1505. Again, local, you can speak with the same team every time you give them a call. Full line of products from auto, home, boat, life. You'll trust them. They have a great deal as far as the relationships they build with their customers and 20 years with the same company and industry. Custom approach for your insurance needs. Give them a call, 980-1505. That is Southern Assurance Group. Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269.
Whether it's for lunch or dinner, head out to the Cajun Steamer. It's a New Orleans style joint that serves authentic Cajun and Creole food, cold beer, and great drinks. They are known for their wide array of Cajun classics and original creations prepared in an authentic fashion. This Louisiana kitchen can have you slapping the table for more. Stop by the Cajun Steamer and sign up for your Alabama, LSU, or Auburn fan card. Eat with the Cajun Steamer while your team is on TV and use your fan card to receive a 15% discount on your entire meal. With locations in Hoover, Trustful, Huntsville, and Franklin, Tennessee, they've got you covered. Head out today to the Cajun Steamer.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out gofan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit gofan.co now. That's gofan.C.O.
Birmingham's best Mexican restaurant for over 20 years and counting. That's La Paz Restaurant in Crestline Village and Mount Laurel. They've got a great staff, its delicious menu, award-winning cheese dip, and margaritas and vibrant atmosphere have helped to make La Paz a local favorite. Blue corn nachos, Texas barbecue quesadillas, steak and blue quesadillas, Baja fish tacos, signature fajitas, and much, much more. So head over to La Paz today. If you want a great lunch or a great dinner, you'll find all that at La Paz, Crestline, and Mount Laurel for lunch or dinner.
WTUG HD2 Northport and W265CG Tuscaloosa. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
Touchdown! That championship trophy is headed back to Tuscaloosa. Now 15 dominating with this defense. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. End zone.
You saw the Gatorade shower this time. I love it. Clippers wide open. Tide rolling. Alabama again, the champions of college football. The roots are kicker and will not be caught. Touchdown, great. Alabama back on top. Guys in the end zone. Touchdown. Alabama wins. The Crimson Tide will not be denied. Devontae Smith. Saban with his 7th
National championship. National championship number 18. 13 all. Absolute perfection.
Jay Barker led the Crimson Tide to a national championship in 1992, winner of the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm Award and a finalist in New York for the Heisman Trophy, voted the SEC Player of the Year, drafted by the Green Bay Packers, seeing time with the New England Patriots and the Carolina Panthers, the winningest quarterback in Alabama history with a record of 35-2-1, member of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. Jay Barker brings that same championship quality and football expertise, his own radio network and show. Joining him is University of Alabama professor Lars Anderson, who is also a New York Times best-selling author and a 20-year veteran of Sports Illustrated. Live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham, The Jay Barker Show.
You know, this is one of the exact reasons why I came back, you know, to be able to play, you know, big games like this, and, you know, just, you know, to be able to play for it all, just have that opportunity. Like, you know, there's, you know, a lot of, you know, the reason why I came back just for opportunities like this. You know, my reaction was, you know, like Bryce, you know, that's my locker buddy. We sit right beside each other, you know, every day. And, you know, and I just, you know, I talk to him, and I just make sure he got his head on straight. So, you know, I was having dinner at a steakhouse when he won the Heisman, you know, and I was just proud of him, just happy for him. And, you know, I just know, you know, the humble guy he is, you know, that he would, you know, win the trophy. He would return back here, and he would be ready to, you know, show up and be ready to prepare for this next game. You know, just since the first game of the season, you know, when he came out, you know, starting quarterback, you know, he just, you know, he handled himself so well. You know, it's been a journey. You know, it's been some ups and downs, you know, with our team, and, you know, he just kind of stepped up into his role, and he, you know, he just done everything, you know, in his power, you know, to put himself in that position. You know, it's so proud for him.
All right, welcome back in, and hour number 2, Jay Barker Show live from AVX. Lars Anderson, Matt Coulter, and we are presented by Top Golf of Birmingham. Get out to Top Golf, you'll love it. Mark Grenier and all the great folks there at Top Golf do a super job. Great restaurant, food and drinks, and just a ton of fun. Top Golf of Birmingham, also driven by Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street, Oxford, Anderson. Go see Tony Russell and all the great folks there at Sunny King Ford. You know, we look at, and Brian Robinson's comments great. Talking about Bryce and the success he's had this year and how special it was for him. He said he was at a steak restaurant having dinner when Bryce won the Heisman, and I'm sure for them they want to finish off strong and not only play well in this playoff game against Cincinnati, but also go on and compete for possibly another national championship. But again, you know, a lot of teams, and I don't say this saying that we dismiss it or saying that we don't take it in, because you do, but to have back-to-back Heismans, to have a chance to be playing back-to-back again for national championships, which has happened before, and not so much in the playoff era. But I mean, again, most people would be still celebrating, like, you know, but for Alabama right now, it's
still be celebrating the Auburn win.
Yeah, well, yeah, just business as usual. You know, I mean, like, it's just what's become the norm, and in those moments. I think as fans, especially as players, I know as coaches and players, they are taught not to become complacent. They are, they're continually pushed. As fans, for us too. I mean, you can get to the point to where you just expect this is going to happen forever. I promise you it's not. And I think all of us who've been in this business or been in sports for a long time realize just how special these last 15 years really last, 12 years have just been for University of Alabama, for the fans, and for all the great players that have come through, and now so many that are in the NFL.
I'm really carting the horse here, but we like to do this, speculate. Alabama's won national championship last year and now 2 Heismans in a row. there's a chance they could win another national championship
and another Heisman.
And then if they'll go into 2022 with Anderson and Bryce Young back, they'll be the odds-on favorite to do it. Then that would give them unprecedented 3 Heismans in a row and 3 national championships in a row. And Lars, I remember when your team, you were talking about Osborne a little while ago when you interviewed him. As a longtime Nebraska fan, that must have been like one of the coolest things you've ever done. But based on that, the Tommy Frazier, Osborne years, they were kind of close to that, where Alabama is right now, weren't they?
Yeah, they won 3 out of 4, and easily could have been 4 out of 5 if their kicker Bennett would have hit a 42-yard field goal on the last play of the game against Florida State. So it should have been 4 out of 5. But yeah, it's fleeting. It's fleeting. But look, Alabama's in a completely different circumstance now than Nebraska is and finds itself in. But Jay, I want to go sort of look ahead to the Cincinnati game just for a second. And the fact that Alabama is a 13.5-point favorite, right? There is not a single person in the country who follows college football closely or covers it that is giving the Bearcats a chance and to win this game. Does the fact that Alabama does have, about a month to between games, does that help sort of narrow the focus and diminish the possibility of almost overlooking Cincinnati because you are so laser locked on the Bearcats for this amount of time? And I'm sure the coaches are drilling home that this is a dangerous team. This is a dangerous game. And if we are not fully prepared, they can beat us. But I'm just wondering, Jay, if you'd ever been in a situation where, or if you played in a bowl game or a season opener, and you're favored by so many points or whatever, it should have been on paper a blowout, but then it was closer than it should have been.
Probably just about every Vanderbilt game. La Tech game that one year was crazy in '92. I mean, that was probably our toughest game of the year.
Just 13-6, and didn't a deuce have to return?
Had to return a punt for a touchdown, yeah. But that they ended up being number 2 defensive team in the country. They had some great athletes on that side of the ball, gosh, I mean, I forget what was the
they had a wide receiver named. How can I remember this? And I don't know what to get anybody for Christmas. A wide receiver's name is Cangelosi.
Yeah.
Was that it?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was the Rattay years. Was Tim Rattay the quarterback and playing for the 49ers? They had a couple of quarterbacks in a row at La Tech because UAB played them, and we went down there.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been to the Ruston, Monroe, Louisiana area?
We played.
No,
we played Tulane in the Superdome that year in '92 as well.
Oh, that's yeah. Now I didn't cover that game.
They went to Baton Rouge, so Bama fans had to travel that route a lot that year.
3 times,
I think so. Yeah, I forget how many what, but
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was 3 because went down for Tulane, down to Baton Rouge, the LSU game, and then back for the national title game. But yeah, Lars, I don't remember the size. I mean, it was just a different game. I mean, we were never favored by a ton because Stallings was so conservative in his approach. He loved winning games by 3. He loved winning games by. He loved defensive struggle and field position and taking care of the football, playing clean, all that type of stuff. But I will say this: Nick Saban has done as good of a job as anybody I've ever seen keeping his guys focused in. I'm not worried about that. I think they realize what's there and what's in front of them again. And I think if it was, probably the bowl games where, Alabama's gone and gotten beat after losing to an SEC title game. And, then all of a sudden they, go down and lay an egg. I think those are harder to get ready for. This is a, 14 playoff. I mean, they're in this first round. This is a Cincinnati team that people are not expecting to do as well against Alabama. And yet, Luke Fickell is an unbelievable coach, and he will get these guys ready. They will have a great game plan. coming into this against Alabama. So they definitely got to stay honed in, focused in, and make sure that they don't let the sense of urgency, the way they prepare to get ready for Georgia, that needs to continue on and build off of that against Cincinnati, and and then hopefully win that game and then move on to the next. But you got to take care of that one first. So that's the only one you focus on, Matt.
Well, Lars had a stat or two about Cincinnati. Didn't you tell us earlier in the week how many first, second, third round players are on the Cincinnati team? Maybe a couple of first rounders. I mean, they are not lacking talent, right, Lars?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And, it's so much respect for Luke Fickell, and he had an opportunity to leave and perhaps get the USC job or a couple other high profile jobs, and he turned them all down. I think he could have gotten the Notre Dame job if he had really shown some interest, but he didn't want to take anything away from his kids and their preparation. And I think Cincinnati's a dangerous team. I really do. And, we'll certainly break it down more in the weeks and days ahead. But, and I'll get, I'm sure I can find some reporters who cover Cincinnati day in and day out. And also this is going to be an interesting dynamic with the fans, because again, Alabama fans have been traveling a lot, right, to postseason games. And if there's this sort of consensus feeling among the Bama faithful that this is not going to be a close game, Alabama may not travel well. Whereas Cincinnati, their fan base is much smaller, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cincinnati has an advantage in the stands in this game, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for Bearcat fans. And I also just want to mention really quick that the pride of Spain Park, Nick Mullins, looks like he's going to be starting at quarterback for Cleveland tomorrow, because Cleveland's just been ravaged by the COVID protocol, and in both the Baker Mayfield and the second string quarterback are out, and Cleveland's down like 10 starters. This game should be postponed. I don't know why the NFL is not postponing it, but it looks like Nick Mullins is going to be starting tomorrow, Matt.
How cool is that?
Mm-hmm.
So all these starting quarterbacks that are either from or have roots in the state of Alabama, right now it's unprecedented. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. Speaking of the NFL real quick, ha Clinton Dix, which, by the way, that's just fun to say. Let's all say it together. Ha. He was released by Vegas and now has been picked up by Denver. And this is probably only interesting to Matt, but I'm going to share it with you anyway. Do you guys realize how many teams he's played for in 8 years in the NFL? I mean, it's not astronomical, but
6.
It's more than that. He started with the Packers. I loved him as a Packer.
Yeah.
Then he played with the Redskins, the Bears, the Cowboys, the 49ers, the Raiders, and now with Denver Broncos. Okay. Fun facts to know and tell.
All right. Another fun fact, DTPM.com. Check them out. They're great at what they do. Total solution provider, providing a comprehensive array of diagnostic lab testing equipment, supplies, and services for you out there. Visit their website again at DTPM.com to find out more information about them. A leading provider of turnkey laboratory solutions, currently servicing customers in 47 states and growing. They remain national in scope, but they're local in service. So if you're looking for that laboratory services or setups, DTPM is your partner from the beginning, providing customizable total program management solutions, including complete laboratory setup and management all the way to the end. They provide total program management services for treatment centers, physician offices, recovery courts, reference laboratories, urgent care. If you got to practice, if you're doing lab work, sending it out, find out more about this. You're going to love it. For your patients, better outcome. For your practice, better outcome as well. DTPM.com. Check them out. DTPM.com for all your lab needs. All right, we'll continue right here live from AVX. Stay with us.
This is the Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, this is Ryan Fowler from Tide 100.9, wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a happy 2022.
The perfect place to make your escape. Golden Moon offers 600 finely appointed rooms with incredible views. Take a dip in our Vegas-style infinity pool, complete with a full-service bar and cabanas. Experience the South's premier golf destination at Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, or catch the biggest sporting events at Time Out Lounge. So what are you waiting for? Come see us in Choctaw, Mississippi. Golden Moon Hotel and Casino, a Pearl River Resort property.
Be sure to join the University of Alabama's Black Faculty and Staff Association for their scholarship ball on Saturday evening, February 5th from 6 to 10. This funding opportunity aids BFSA in awarding scholarships, funding student center programming, and more. Each ticket purchase covers parking, admission, entertainment, dinner, and one specialty drink ticket. There will be an on-site cash bar as well. Tickets can be purchased now through their website at bfsa.ua.edu/Eventbrite. That's bfsa.ua.edu/Eventbrite.
You may be into punk rock, soft rock, or classic rock, R&B, hip-hop, or house, country, techno, or techno-country. But no matter what kind of music you listen to, here's something else you should hear. Please consider getting vaccinated. Talk to your pharmacist today about Comirnaty, COVID-19 vaccine mRNA. This message brought to you by BioNTech and Pfizer.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-777-1225. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-777-1225. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225.
High prices don't get you a great network. A great network gets you a great network. It's why Total Wireless runs on the largest, most dependable network with nationwide 5G. And now our totally unlimited plan is just $50 a month for talk, text, and high-speed data that never run out. Get unlimited laughing, scrolling, unlimited everything. Total Wireless. Do amazing. Available at authorized dealers. Capable device and SIM required. Actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary. Total Wireless reserves the right to review your account after 60 gigs. Terms and conditions at totalwireless.com/terms.
There once was a woman who couldn't find the right hue. A simple nude lip is what she sought. A whole lot of nothing is what she got. So two friends, KJ and Amanda, pondered a lifetime of not being represented in the beauty aisle. And Mentic Cosmetics was born. And QVC bought in. Because every woman deserves makeup made for her. And won't that be the best tale to tell when you gift your own friend shades like Dope Taupe or Foxy Brown? I'd say that story is to be continued. QVC and HSN. This is shopping brought to life.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Temperatures at record levels this afternoon. A mixture of clouds and sunshine. The high at 76. For tonight, becoming cloudy. The chance of a shower after midnight, below 62. Tomorrow, cloudy with occasional showers and possibly a thunderstorm. The high at 71. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 69 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Christian, I had a couple on Will Anderson. First off, it's kind of a weird question, maybe, but how would you describe his intensity level on and off the field? Because even when he's talking to us, he looks like he wants to, to tackle us.
No, yeah, it's crazy you say that. I said something to Will yesterday, actually, because you could just see him in the facility. It's just basically the same as he is on the field. And, he was just saying that he's locked in. That's just his mentality all the time. A lot of people feed off of that and, want to stay locked in as well. And it kind of helps us with performance when it comes to practice because, we are what we work, know what we're working for.
And what makes him so good?
Will being Will, who God created him to be. I mean, he's a great player. He has a great attitude, great energy, and he positively affects everybody around him, which I think is a really big thing as far as being a leader on our team. Being able to positively affect your teammates and when moments get tough, to pick those guys back up or just lead by example by going out there and dominating the next man. It kind of makes you want to do the same thing. So he leads in many different ways. Or extend plays or get out the pocket. Like I said, they can also have a really great running back. So they have weapons all around the offense.
Thank you.
All right, welcome back in as we continue hour number 2 here on this Friday edition. And again, hard to believe leading up into the week before Christmas. And I've got Matt Coulter, myself here in studio at AVX, and Lars at home. Some sick kids, so getting them healthy. And are they feeling better? Can you even hear me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they are.
There's the biggest child of them all.
No, they're doing good. They've all tested negative for COVID repeatedly, but just to play things safe, just keeping them inside, and then gone for walks, throwing around the football, just playing outside as much as we can, and we're actually having a good time for the most part. But I don't know, Jay. This is nothing new for you. You know what it's like having a gaggle of little kids, and
he has seven.
I can't imagine 7.
We should never complain, Lars.
No.
What do you do at Christmas?
What Jay's told me that you had all 7 on a plane once. Isn't that correct, Jay?
I did, and I think Greg McElroy was on that plane with me. We were flying out of Dallas. We'd connected with the bus, and I had to get everybody back for school, but we wanted to get out with the kids. And this was, they were all young. I mean, like right when we first got married, and I was like, yeah, I can do it, but I've got to be in first class. To make it happen.
So you put all the rest of
No. We were all in first class.
Oh, okay.
So the whole first class section was pretty much us, our 8 of us. And I think Greg McElroy, I think that was the flight he was on with us, because I think he looked at me like, oh my gosh, this is crazy.
He probably went back to coach.
Yeah, exactly. He's, I'm done.
I can't.
You what? Hey, you were talking about some of exactly. You were talking about some of the, but it was challenging. But I miss every moment of it, Lars. I tell you all the time, soak it up, eat it up, because it flies by. And you're gonna be wanting to be at the ballpark. You're gonna be wanting to. I know you can't imagine that right now. In the moment. And when you're worn out and things are crazy and the kids are sick, but I promise you'll definitely look back on it and go, man, I wish I could be back in some of those moments. I mean, I know I do every day. We're talking about COVID. Some of the reserve guys from Alabama that'll be out this weekend: Jonathan Allen, Ronnie Harrison, Mark Ingram, Eddie Jackson, Xavier McKinney, Aaron Robinson, Cam Sims, Jalen Waddle, and Jedrick Wills. And Mark Ingram actually went on the list on Monday. So the NFL is getting hit hard, but so are a lot of former Alabama players that are on that list.
Did you see the catch Sims made over Diggs?
Oh, yeah.
That was incredible. Hey, guys, it's just kind of a mellow Friday here on the Jay Barker Show. And totally unbeknownst to both of you, I'll run a couple of things by you concerning bowls, okay? And I don't know the answers because I'm looking at it. Mm-hmm. All right. I'll give you a bowl, and first of all, the sponsors are amazing. But just to see if you know where they are. Of course, the Bahama Bowl, which is being played right now, I guess you both hands on buzzers. It's in Nassau. Where is the Cure Bowl? Northern Illinois versus Coastal Carolina. CURE. Lars is Googling.
No, I'm not.
Down.
Nope, not Googling.
It's in Orlando.
I'm gonna say the Cure Bowl is in Chicago.
Orlando.
He said Orlando, and you didn't hear him.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I may not do a deep dive on this. It appears to be going as well as a in church.
Just give us some funny names.
Where's the LA Bowl? Okay.
Oh, LA, kidding. Yeah. Lower Alabama.
Now, seriously, there's There's one that's sponsored by Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, it is.
In Los Angeles.
Yes.
I always love the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Gasparilla. What is Gasparilla? Do y'all know? It's the Gasparilla Bowl in
Texas.
Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida.
There you go. There you go. Good answer. The Quick Lane Bowl. What is that? Like a car repair place?
I think so. Or either that or a gas station, right? It's something like that. Yeah.
Any idea? Want to take another guess, Laura?
Charlotte.
I don't know any of these either, by the way.
Charlotte.
Detroit.
This is a terrible segment.
Rate Bowl.
So why is it the Gasparilla Bowl, right?
Did you look it up?
I looked it up. Yeah, I didn't know this. The name comes from legendary pirate Jose Gaspar, last of the Buccaneers, who terrorized the coastal waters of West Florida during the late 18th and 19th century. When Gaspar died, he supposedly left a fortune and buried treasure somewhere along the Florida coast.
They named a bowl after a criminal?
Yeah. Yeah, they actually have a guess. Wait, did you say, did I get that right? Did I spell it right or is that wrong? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. And you can see pictures of Tampa there.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Okay, we're going to cut this off.
Lars, we were talking earlier just about the, where they are now. I mean, you've written a bunch on this with Chasing the Bear. You've written A Season in the Sun dealing with Tampa and, the success they've had with Tom Brady being there and stuff. But, in those moments, when you're writing for A Season in the Sun, it's got to be a little bit different than writing for Alabama at times when there has been so much success. I guess what I'm getting at is that just the storylines and things, because a lot of the same stuff has happened since 2009 as far as the preparation, the games, the playoffs have changed, but Coach Saban has just been so consistent. And I know in your books and stuff, you try to draw similarities maybe between programs or how one does one thing or one does another. And we've talked about that with BA and with Coach Saban as well. But I guess the similarities, because A Season in the Sun is out and people, I wanted to just remind them, because right at Christmas to get it, order it. But how fun was it writing that book, and what was different about it than writing some of the ones you've written about Alabama's championships?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Jay. Season in the Sun was a challenge in that just only had about 12 weeks to write it. But Bruce and I had collaborated before on The Quarterback Whisperer. And so, and I got to know Bruce really well, spent a lot of time with his family, a lot of time playing golf, a lot of time just going out to dinner, just interacting in social settings. And he met my family, spent time with his family. So anyway, Bruce trusted me. And while Bruce is not a co-author of A Season in the Sun, he provided sort of unlimited access to his entire organization, from Brady to all the coaches, players, anyone I needed to talk to. He literally texted Tom and said, "You have to talk to this guy." And so the next thing, 5 minutes later, I get a text from Tom saying, "Hey, this is Tom Brady. Give me a call whenever you get a chance." And I mean, that's sort of a reflection on the respect I think that Tom has for Bruce. And actually, I'm going down to Tampa for their final game of the season here in a couple weeks against Carolina. And I mean, Tampa looks as good as ever. I mean, I think it's like, basically, if you look at the NFL right now, I think there's Green Bay and Tampa, and maybe you can put Kansas City in that group, and then there's everybody else. But it's kind of the same three teams that were the best last year are the same this year. And Brady's having a better year even this season than last season. And that's all because he's familiar with Bruce's offense. And a big part of A Season in the Sun is just Tom Brady. One, why'd he leave New England? The process he went through of that led him to Tampa Bay. and then the struggles he had learning Bruce's offense, and because it's completely different than the Patriot offense, Jay, as you know, former Patriot yourself, and they still run, I believe, a version of what you learned when you were in New England, and that goes back to Ray Perkins, right? It's called the Perkins, and I forget the other person's name. It's the Perkins offense. And I actually talked to Ray's daughter just yesterday, small world thing, but she was one of my former students, and she did maybe a project involved there, but yeah, so Season in the Sun, really, it's just an inside look at how Tampa was able to, one, navigate COVID and in a season unlike any other, and then also just how Brady was able to sort of just change the entire culture of an organization. I mean, it's just amazing what one person did, and that's what Bruce told Tom in their very first conversation. He said, "You know what? We are really, really good, but we don't know we're good, and we need you to come here. And once you step into through the doors, our guys will know that we're good." And sure enough, and in their very first conversation too, Tom has his term of endearment for people is babe. If he likes you, he calls you babe. And when BA called Tom, like, 2 minutes, or I'm sorry, about eight seconds after free agency started, Tom knew that Bruce was calling, and Tom answers his cell, and he's like, "What's up, babe?" And at that moment, I mean, it took all of 8 seconds, and Bruce knew, I got him because he just called me babe. And so, again, that's Tom's way of sort of showing that he appreciates you and that you're sort of in with him. You're good with him. And, I have a million different sort of interesting stories, not just from last season, but also from the players' careers and the coaches. And it's a real just inside look at how an NFL team operates, and also just how different Bruce is than any other coach in the NFL, and I'd say any other coach in college football. And, socially and personally, Bruce and Nick Saban could not be any more different. And in fact, I don't want to be speaking out of school here. There's a little bit of friction between the two, between the reigning national championship head coach in college football and the reigning NFL Super Bowl winning coach. I wouldn't say that they're the best of friends. There's a backstory there, but probably shouldn't.
Yeah, and we need to hear it.
That's one we got to save. That's one we got to save.
I'm not doing that to get out of that, because we will come back. But also, we got Ron Smith going to be joining us from Pebblehurst. Look forward to visiting with him. New golf store right here in Birmingham, and man, they got some great stuff. If you're looking for a great place to find some Christmas ideas or gifts for that loved one out there that loves golf, this is the place to go. Pebblehurst from Pebble Beach, Pinehurst. That's where the name came from. We'll get the story as to where it came from as far as in his life and what it means to him. So Ron's coming up with us on the other side. Stay with us. We'll be back live from AVX.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
1 in 7 men will face prostate cancer. Nearly 500 new cases are diagnosed every day in the U.S. Traditional treatments can cause erectile dysfunction and urinary incontinence. But now there's a new option: high-intensity focused ultrasound, or HIFU.
Men who are really looking for an option that really preserves their urinary and sexual function are great candidates for HIFU treatment.
Preserve your quality of life. Call 866-4-VITURO or visit VituroHealth.com.
Hi, it's Jay Barker for AVX, Audio Video Excellence. They are the premier provider for custom audio-visual design and installation in the Southeast. AVX seeks excellence in everything it does, including a superior employee experience. AVX offers employees an industry-leading salary, insurance benefits, and 401k options. AVX technicians also receive the highest level of certification and continue training, making it one of the most awarded and decorated companies in the industry. Career opportunities are available now for technicians in Birmingham and Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Join the AVX team by contacting them at avxinc.com.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. If you're average and you're looking for a new pair of running or walking shoes, I suggest you go to an average shoe store, where they'll sell you a pair of average shoes built for the average person with average size feet. But here's the thing, you're not average. No one is. We all exercise differently. We run differently. We walk differently. And our feet come in all sorts of widths and lengths. That's why at the New Balance Birmingham store, we employ fit specialists who will conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size and shape, along with your gait, and then determine the best New Balance shoes custom fit to you. Because New Balance isn't your average shoe, and you're not average either. Experience the difference an unaverage custom fit makes today at the New Balance Birmingham store on Highway 280 next to Chick-fil-A. New Balance Birmingham. Your feet will thank you.
Hi, it's Jay Barker. I want to tell you about my good friends Craig and Keith at Birmingham Broker. Go online at bhambroker.com. That's bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Got 7 kids, man, and we had to sell a lot of cars. And these guys are looking for a lot of inventory. They helped us with all the hassle. No stress for us. They did the process as far as the sales and everything. Handled it all the way through. White glove type service. You'll love it. Again, it's bhambroker.com. Sell your car through bhambroker.com or 205-716-1269. Hi, it's Jay Barker for Siebel's in downtown Homewood, and now's the time to get your special place ready. Come in and let Siebel's design your porch with Kingsley Bait outdoor furniture and one of their custom swinging beds. For the great room, you're going to need their Harsin swivel recliner. Siebel's is the #1 Harsin recliner dealer in the country, and Sarah and I, we've got one, and we absolutely love it. Be sure also to check out their famous custom-made beds and bunk beds, built by Siebel's and made up with some of their best linens in town. Their staff can truly put your bed together like no other store. You can also follow Siebel's and shop on Instagram and Facebook. And be sure to call or go by their special store in downtown Homewood. The number is 800-448-1962. That's 800-448-1962. And just for listening, go to SiebelsCottage.com and order anything you want and type in Jay Barker for a special discount code. That's Jay Barker for a special discount code available only to our listeners for a limited time on The Jay Barker Show. Siebel's in downtown Homewood or online at SiebelsCottage.com.
It's Antonio Langham here to tell you about the easiest way to buy your tickets to your next high school game. Have you ever had to wait in line to buy a high school ticket or stop to get cash on the way to the game? There has to be a better way. There is. It's called GoFan. Check out GoFan.co the next time you need a ticket for a high school game. GoFan is easy, fast, and completely secure. You can buy tickets directly from your phone and just show the ticket at the gate. Download the GoFan app or visit GoFan.co now. That's GoFan.C.O.
All right, welcome back in as we continue here on this Friday edition. Hard to believe again, we're right at Christmas time, and we got a special guest in the studio with us, Ron Smith from Pebblehurst, and already got the guys all through AVX. Want to go down and check it out. Some unbelievable golf gear, wear, and everything you need when it comes to golf, but also just great people. And I hope that's not sideways. That's funny. Yeah, it's sideways there, but he's saying it's not going through sideways, so good. Ron, great to have you in. And first of all, I hope you're having a great day so far. And I know you've been excited. How long has Pebblehurst been open now?
Yeah, so we've been open about 8 months and really specialize in having a lot of stuff that no one else in the area carries. And it's been awesome. It's a lifelong dream to have my own golf shop. And it's just really cool to see how the community's really taken to it. And it's just been awesome. I really appreciate you having me today.
Yeah, tell everybody the story about the name.
Yeah, so my granddad, just extremely special to me. He got me started playing golf when I was a baby, and we've traveled the country together. And he has Alzheimer's now, and so part of that we had always talked about going to Pebble Beach, and so he treated me to Pebble Beach for my 30th birthday, and we had so much fun. We followed it up with a trip to Pinehurst, and I combined those two, and that's my way of kind of dedicating the store to my granddad. So just it's a really special place to me. So.
In a lot of times we've had family members that have dealt with that.
Yeah.
And when you get them on a golf course or you get them in something they're familiar, it's like all this comes back.
Absolutely.
Is that the way it's? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's so awesome. My uncle and I try to go play golf with my granddad somewhat often, and it's just really cool to see how, it's like he comes alive on the golf course. It's like he doesn't even have the disease. It's pretty awesome. So.
Where are you?
We're right up on Linden Avenue. So
I know you're sideways right now.
Right. So 2915 Linden Avenue here in Homewood, and it's a really cool location. We got a indoor simulator. We got indoor and outdoor putting greens. Like I said, we got about a dozen brands that no one else in the area carries. It's a really cool shop.
It is, and name some of the brands and some of the things that you carry there, and also I love one of the employees yesterday was showing me one of the golf bags that was specially made, but they've got these leather. Then they're just, unique.
Yeah.
You can pretty much get it done the way you want to get it done.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. So McKinsey golf bags is the one you're talking about, and then we got something like what I'm wearing here, cricket shirts and Grayson Clothiers, and just a bunch of stuff that you won't find anywhere else in town. We're the exclusive on several different products for the area, and then we're the only Fujimoto account in the U.S. Fujimoto Japanese golf clubs, and just really cool. I've got a guy, Garrett Powell, that works for me. That's a PGA Class A certified instructor. He's absolutely incredible at his job. We do in-house fittings and lessons and all that. So it's a really cool shop. I'm terribly biased, but it's worth checking it out.
It's not your normal golf store.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
As we say, this is not your normal radio studio, and
that's right.
Yours, it's unbelievable. Again, the simulator in there, you can work on certain things. You can actually get your clubs fitted. You can go outside. You get the putting green outside and inside as well to try out all the different putters and stuff that you guys have available. For a lot of people out there, saying, okay, look, I'm going to go in. I don't know what to buy. Just talk about gift cards, things they can do for the holidays and for Christmas if they want to give to the golf lover and their family. Yeah,
absolutely. We ship stuff all over the country every day. We've got physical gift cards that we could mail out as well. And that's one thing that the gift card fits everybody, So this time of year we've been selling mess out of gift cards. So like I said, if we could get something shipped out to you, or if you're not in town or whatever, but yeah,
that's great.
Yeah.
Give everybody the number to Pebblehurst, and again, the location so they can find you. And where can they find you online?
Yeah, so go to pebblehurst.com, and then at Pebblehurst on Instagram. We kind of update that with new stuff that we have, and then the number is 205-769-6867, and we're at 2915 Linden Avenue here in Homewood.
Okay, what'd you shoot? At Pebble Beach and Pinehurst.
So I actually I birdied 18 at Pinehurst, shoot 75. I shot 78 at.
Would you get out of the studio? You can leave. You take your golf top and. I shot a 75. It's awesome.
I used to be a pretty good golfer, but I started having kids and job, and it's not. Yeah. So
well, and I was telling Matt, your father-in-law was
right.
When you look back on just Mark Whitlock, who owned Mark Outdoors, and so. You and your wife, your wife especially, has been in this retail space for a long time, and
absolutely,
in the outdoors, in the hunting and fishing and all that. And we were talking about Matt and I. Lunchtime at Mark's was more of a get together,
right,
than a buy. People went there just to hang out,
That's
and
absolutely.
It's packed in there. And I know it's been the same way for you over here with the golf store and stuff. But that's for to be and to see that history and that Mark's a legend. In these parts, as far as Mark's Outdoors.
Oh man, I worked for him for years and just loved every second of it. I tried to learn as much as I could from him, and my wife is just brilliant with retail, and she helps tremendously with the shop, and it's just in her blood for sure, and it's in mine, so it's awesome.
Pebblehurst, Matt, you got to go check it out.
I'm going to because my son has really got the golf bug.
Cool.
And he's one of those guys. I used to have a lot of friends like this. They'll see a driver at $500, $600. I don't care. I need it.
Yep.
Whenever anything comes out, a new golf ball, I got to have 50,000 of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the way golfers are fanatical.
You're right.
And you're in a good business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, always great to see you, Ron. And again, Ron Smith with Pebblehurst. Go check him out there on Linden Avenue here in Homewood, Alabama. And again, give them the website, phone number, and just how they can get in contact with you once again.
Yeah, so pebblehurst.com, at Pebblehurst on Instagram, and then it's 2915 Linden Avenue here in Homewood.
Awesome. All right, Ron. Thank you, my man.
Thank you so much.
Jay,
Merry
that's
Christmas.
just the driver for you from the studio, isn't it?
Pitching wedge. Not quite. Not quite. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll wrap up hour number 2. Again, that with Ron there for Pebblehurst. Check it out. You'll absolutely love it. I've been going down there since he got there in Homewood, and I kept telling him, you got to come in the studio with us. You got to tell everybody about your products, your company, and I promise you will not be disappointed. Go check them out. Pebblehurst. Love the name. All right, we'll be back. Stay with us.
You're listening to The Jay Barker Show, live from the AVX studios in downtown Birmingham.
Hey, it's Jacob Harrison, host of Off the Edge on Tide 100.9, wishing you and yours a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Roll Tide.
Have you ever missed Christmas? The innkeeper did. He was busy caring for his guest. King Herod did. He thought the baby Jesus would take his throne, alter his lifestyle. The chief priest missed Christmas. They were too religious to leave Jerusalem. The humble shepherds and the wise men did not miss it. God gives grace to the humble, and wise men still seek him. Which are you? Have a Merry Christmas from Taco Casa.
In a collision, easy decision. One name, one firm, one call. Mezrano.
I made that one call to Mezrano after being hit by an 18-wheeler. He got me $875,000.
I made that one call to Mezrano after being T-boned on McFarland. He got me $125,000.
I made that one call to Mezrano after my fender bender. He got me $50,000.
One call, one firm. Mezrano. No representations made that quality of legal services to be performed is greater than quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Dash in for JCPenney's Super Saturday Sale. It's the last weekend to shop before Christmas. Make room in your sleigh for thousands of doorbusters. Play it smart and fill your cart with 30% off toys. Get double the denim with buy one, get one free Arizona jeans. And slip Yes Please diamonds into her stocking for $22.99 each. Hurry, wrap up the savings. Joy, comfort, peace. JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 12/17 through 12/19. Doorbusters excluded from coupons. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Hey, Chrissy, it's Leo. We're going to need some backup on Friday night, okay?
Leo's Limos needs to say I do to 4 commercial drivers.
You booked another wedding on Saturday?
Before wedding season.
No. I'll make it work.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
You're always up for some fun with the family, so you order the essentials, a new board game, some baking supplies, and even a new projector for outdoor movie night. And with the Bank of America customized Cash Rewards credit card, you can choose to earn 3% cash back on online shopping, which could increase to up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Rewards which you can put toward an extra treat that everyone will enjoy, like an old-fashioned popcorn machine. Visit bankofamerica.com/more rewarding and apply now. Copyright 2021 Bank of America Corporation.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said, now we speak Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They've got the big brands you know and trust. Goodyear, Firestone, Bridgestone, Cooper, and they can finance for you as well. When you need routine maintenance and alignment, a tune-up, whatever it is, belts, hoses, just basic stuff, or when you don't know what's wrong with your car, truck, or SUV, make it Tuscaloosa Tire and Service. They're dependable. They're trustworthy. That's why they've lasted for over 36 years. Skyland Boulevard, McFarland Boulevard East in Northport on Lurleen Wallace Boulevard. Check out the website, TuscaloosaTireandService.com.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Temperatures at record levels this afternoon. A mixture of clouds and sunshine. The high at 76. For tonight, becoming cloudy, the chance of a shower after midnight, below 62. Tomorrow, cloudy with occasional showers and possibly a thunderstorm, the high at 71. I'm James Spann on the ABC 3340 Weather Center on Tide 100.9. It's 69 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
All right, welcome back in. And if I can't say it loud enough, let me say it even louder. 8 more days, kids. 8 more days.
Farrah, Lincoln.
Wanted Lars to have them running in.
Yeah. Lincoln he's beneath my desk right now, kicking me. He's so excited, and Farrah probably will be appearing here shortly. But the NFL, Jay just announced.
What's Christmas gift of choice? Okay, go ahead.
Hey, I can't say that. They're gonna get.
Yeah, I guess you can't.
All sorts of good stuff, but so the NFL just announced that Raiders Cleveland, which was supposed to be played on Saturday, now going to be pushed back to Monday. I think there's going to be some other games that are going to be pushed back because of COVID issues and this new strain. Again, I'm no expert here, but it appears that it's just more contagious, and it's really ravaging, Jay, the NFL right now.
Yeah, and where Washington placed the quarterback is it Heineke? I guess that's how you say his name on COVID-19 list. Well, this continues to grow, but you're right. I mean, that's what the reports are, that it is more contagious, but not nearly as dangerous as maybe others. But we'll see. All right. When you look back on we were talking about earlier with family and all that. We were telling Lars that you never let these moments. I mean, I just remember putting toys together. I mean, and I hate putting stuff together.
Me too.
But before the night before Christmas and all that kind of stuff. But the good thing was Santa Claus was always there to make it happen. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy.
It's a wonderful time of year, and I'm not trying to make a song here or anything like that, but I do want to ask you candidly.
I just kind of caught myself because I forgot he was underneath.
When you remember when we were at Jocks, Matt, my son, would be underneath my feet. Yeah. He still is, and metaphorically, or what is that? Figuratively.
I thought I screened it again.
I did too. Was that Lincoln?
Yeah, that's Lincoln. Yeah, he's been under my desk the whole show.
He's been quiet. It's not like yesterday, Lars, where they were on a carousel behind you.
They actually listened to me.
Real quick
good.
Good deal.
Hey, I didn't even say this today, but congratulations to Ashley last night. Great performance for Georgia.
Unreal.
Lady Dogs got it done, and she made a great shot there at the end to go into overtime, a 3-point shot. Matt wrote us in the text, great shot, but even better screen. I wrote back, it's not mine. This is somebody else. I thought you meant TV screen.
I know.
You meant
somebody else shot it. Yeah. But no, somebody said top of the key, and what a great ball screen. And then, of course, that's important. But she just, in perfect form, just drilled about a 20-footer. Yeah. It was beautiful. Robbie Robertson was in the studio earlier this week talking about All-Fame Classic. Mm-hmm. I talked to him last night. Still tickets available. You can get a ticket to this basketball game, UAB in West Virginia, two, I think, tournament teams, right? For $15. That also, and I didn't know this, that also gets you into the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, that's a $5 admission. Mm-hmm. And if you walk up tomorrow, I think you can get tickets cheaper. But I'm going. You guys should go too. And who's that?
Lars bringing them all in the picture.
Who's that? Oh, I see Lincoln now.
All right. Y'all there
you go.
Got him now.
Hey, Lincoln, say roll tide.
Say roll tide, Lincoln. He did. He said roll tide. Can you say roll tide?
Hey, y'all have a great weekend. Roll tonight. Lars, get some sleep. Get some rest.
Yeah, right.
From Matt Coulter, Jay Barker, also our producer Josh down in Tuscaloosa. Josh Smith always does a terrific job. He's the one putting up all that right there for you. And he's like an octopus. He's got all these arms. I don't know how he does it all at one time. We always appreciate the job that he does. Also appreciate you for watching each and every week live on Bama Insider and also their Facebook page for Bama Insider as well. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. There you are, Lincoln. See you, bud.
Bye.
Hi, this is Wes McClooney, owner of the New Balance Birmingham store. Achieving your personal best often comes down to how you feel. And when it comes to the right shoes, nothing feels better than New Balance. The fit specialists at the New Balance Birmingham store conduct an in-depth analysis of your foot size,